Hey Moguls, it's Dr. T here, and I'm just checking in with some upgrades for you today. Our focus today is about how to transform your life. And in this video, we're just going to look at how you can transform your life, how you can tactically, practically go about that, the importance of doing that, and how you can make sure you're making effective changes each and every day. Number one, I want to share with you that now is the most important time that you could ever choose transformation as your priority and choose it as a lifestyle. We have entered a new era, going from the Capricorn era, where everything was about materials, structure, material reality, heavy, solid things, houses and cars and this house and that house and storage and stuff and 16 storage units, everything about stuff. We built the material world. We have just in the last half of the year entered the age of Aquarius. And I am not a big astrology person, but we all know we've entered a new era. The era of Aquarius is about revolutionary transformation. That's why, as we were leading up to it, AI came in, and we have entered the most rapidly transformative era that will ever have existed in human history to this point. The last time it existed, 647 BC. So we went all the way around for thousands of years, and we are now in the age of revolutionary transformation. So, in looking at how you can change your life, one of the important things to know, everyone, is that the most important priority of the evolutionary process and the way that evolution is feeding us into a new era, getting us to go into this new way of being, is telling us everything is about transformation, it's about upgrading. And you can see that the whole world keeps heading more and more in this direction. That is why all the lead up to this included finally having social media, finally having these influencers leading us, because we can see that governments don't know what the beat they are doing. We have been leading up to this era of transformation, and all of the technology and innovations that we have, that they've never existed in human history. So it's game on. Even if you wanted to fight transformation, good luck to you. It is the era of transformation, and the sooner each of you and all of us make transformation the highest priority above everything, meaning that's the purpose, then it will include taking care of all the other aspects of ourselves, our reality, the people in our lives, our careers, our resources, and transformation needs to sit at the top of the list. You will keep seeing more and more of our entire world move into position for more and more transformation. More people leading, more people influencing, more people educating, more people changing their lives, more people saying, screw this old way of being. The time for transformation is here, and it'd be better if you were entirely on board with it than resisting it, because it is going to go very fast. We need to make transformation the top of the priority list, because evolution is going to speed it up and speed it up exponentially. And what it's doing is that it's always been going that fast, but people resist change. Most of the world resists change, and a tiny population of the world has been leading the change for many eons. It's now changing. Evolution is saying, keep up. It's now this way. We're going to go to this and this and this and this. There is going to be no more anything where it's like, hey, we should change this and make it better. And then we wait 20 years to do it, whether it's healthcare or this. Like, I'm laughing that we still get regular mail. Like, is everything just emailed? Why are we doing that? Because people don't want to change. Well, that's over. And as someone who recently moved to Dubai, because I could not stand the environment in the US right now until it gets healthier again. In Dubai, Everything just, it's transformational. It's the most transformational place I've ever seen. Something needs to be better, they just change it. They don't let everybody, oh, I don't want to change it. No, that's not happening anymore. All the old structures are breaking down, going away. Old paradigm will be gone. Don't try to hold on to it. It's my invitation for you. Don't try to hold on to the old way of being. It's going to go away anyway. The new era is so powerful that we can only go forward rapidly, openly, transforming ourselves powerfully each and every day and making transformation literally a way of being. So I know that you're watching this because you're all in for transformation, but I wanted to lay the foundation that says you want to go all in. And if you want to transform and be up with the speed of evolution instead of dragging behind it, where evolution's like, come on, everybody, come on. And everybody's like, oh my God, but the AI is going to take our jobs. It doesn't care. It has a bigger agenda that is bigger and better than some old job you had that you don't like anyway. They would never let you live your potential. It's trying to get us somewhere further, faster, better, to get us to where a certain percentage of the population is already there, but the mass population is dragging behind. People are living in the future. The masses just are not. The masses were programmed by the old structure to just stay in it and just like, oh my God, I gotta have the same old thing, groundhog life. That's over, everyone. It's time for us to go forward openly, willingly, release the baggage, release the stuff. This is not the era that says collect all the chips, hold on to them heavily, and try to take them all with you, which is not happening anyway. Everything is going to change. Banking, like it's all going away. Everything is going to become super innovative. It's time. We're overdue. And that means me and you. So the number one thing you can do is commit to transformation, commit to being a complete and total being of transformation, commit to being in the most flowing evolution that you can. Stay open, stay willing, be so committed to upgrading into the new way of being that instead of evolution having to drag you, force you, push you, or create some crisis because people are like staying stuck, it will literally be, it is such a force. It's a force. It is nature. It's a force of nature. It will literally, you will either go along with it and get on board with it, or it will literally, I don't mean to be negative, crush people. And that's all crisis usually is. Crisis is we were supposed to change, we didn't change. That's like called humanity, unfortunately. That's definitely called a lot of countries. It's called the US. We're supposed to change, people don't change. We're supposed to change, people don't change. Then we get a crisis, and now we can change. You know how long people wanted to work from home before we had that crisis? It's like insane. You either commit to full transformation or and be collaborating with it, or it will happen to you and it will feel very forceful. It's what me and my team have referred to as a forced upgrade. So my recommendation is to get on board the train of transformation and make each and every day about transformation of yourself, going in a better, more purposeful direction, a higher level of intention, raising the frequency of yourself through intentionality into a purpose that is greater than you. And the good news is that transformation is an incredible purpose that takes care of literally everything else. And when you transform and are willing to go with the transformations that evolution is bringing us through, and you flow willingly instead of being one of the people that's like somebody has to drag along. We all know those people, and I'm so tired of it. I'm literally not doing that anymore. I'm not dragging anyone. I'm inviting and I'm going. Everybody's going to need to do this. So the willingness to go forward, the willingness to be renewed, the willingness to be upgraded, the willingness to become an entirely new version of yourself without needing to be the old one. Everybody in transformation they want to be this person, but they want to still maintain this person. These are not the same people. We need to go entirely into the new person because that was for that era. That was the self that was for that era. There's an entirely new self we need to be for the rapid age of revolutionary transformation and innovation that is going to last for hundreds of years. Where by the time you learn something new, which is great because you needed to learn it, the innovation is going to happen and you're going to need to be the most willing you ever have been to learn new things after new thing after new thing. And I'm so happy about it because I could not stand my whole life watching people need to change, not open a book, not take an educational course, not go to therapy. I have someone that was in my life that was a relative. I don't have them in my life anymore. Everything that could happen to this person happened to them. Everything that could happen to their loved ones happened to them. And this person, it's a he, never once did I see him read a book to learn something new about anything. Never once did I see him take an educational course, go to therapy, get any coaching, learn some new set of skills. That era is over where people can just bury their head in the sand. And then the part where all humans are so afraid of learning because we've been shamed that learning means we're stupid rather than learning means we're freaking smart because we're going into learning I'm so excited now. I have made a lifetime of learning. All I do each and every day is literally learn, 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 learn. That's my entire focus. The era of people not doing that is over. The willingness to be like, whatever happens, I will just keep learning the next thing and the next thing. And the good news is your brain, your energy system, it will keep adapting to that, just the way it adapted to the old stuff. And even if it's uncomfortable, so what, moguls? The willingness for your brain to adapt and your nervous system to adapt to learning, 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 more learning. Oh, there's a new innovation. I got to learn again. There's another innovation. I got to learn again. Here's what it is. Now, the younger generation, that's what they know. This is their world. Those of us that have been in the old world, excited about the new world finally coming, but we have programming from the old world and we have excitement about the new world. Like I've been waiting for this my whole life at this moment, like literally. Even if we were the big learners out of all the people we know, we are still programmed from that old stuff and watching all these people stay stuck and not even bother to try. We have been programmed for that. So we would have gone faster if we weren't sitting around watching these people, which are often the closest people in our lives, be the same exact people as they were. I don't know about you guys, but I have people in my life, not one thing has changed about them other than they've gotten worse. Because if you are not learning, if you are not transforming, if you are not growing, you are getting worse. So constant transformation. So the way you're going to transform is you are going to stay totally open to each and every day, more learning, more growing, till all you know is that programming of like, oh, something new's coming in. Okay, great. Take the upgrade. Something new's coming in. Great. Take the upgrade. There's a new thing to learn. Take the upgrade. There's another thing to learn, because that's what this era is going to be. And it seems, even as I say it, I can feel a little like, oh man, that's a lot, right? Even for someone like me that loves that. But we will adapt. Your system will adapt if you make the commitment to total transformation as a way of being. So, transformation is your purpose. Willingness to upgrade is the energy that's needed for that to happen. The willingness also to move through the discomfort into the new stage where you adapt to a transformational reality where that's all there is. Where instead of a world where certain minority of the people were transforming for decades and other people were staying in the same place, in the same job, because we were taught stay in the same job over and over, stay in the same relationship over. Like we were just taught to like just freaking stay. Not good for humans at all. At all. Um, it's shifting. Instead of a minority of people doing all the transformation and being the inspirations, it's going to shift. It's going to flip flop. The entirety of people are going to be doing transformation on themselves, and the minority of people are not. And I don't mean to be a downer, but those people are going to fade out. That's just how the survival of the fittest works. A lot of those people are our loved ones. The willingness to go forward and transform as openly and willingly as fast as you can possibly do so that you eventually get to a point where it doesn't feel fast, it just feels normal for you, is what we're talking about. Make transformation your priority, make transformation your destination. Each and every day, be connecting to something that you can improve and upgrade about yourself. On my team, with our clients, every day we're changing something. So, like I just made a video for one of our upgrades, which is like transforming your trauma into moolah. So taking things that your trauma and using that energy to generate moolah, generate money. Because we like to have fun with these fun sayings, right? It could be transforming your rage into being engaged. It can be anything that you have going on that is something you don't want. You take it and you're like, I am transforming. What is something? Let's just go with this. Resistance into assistance. Yeah. Instead of resisting, I'm going to assist myself. Instead of resisting, I'm going to assist someone. Be willing to select something that you want to take and shift from something into something else. We call it the pattern shift. You're going to take one pattern that's running and shift it and make an upgrade. Okay. What I'd love to see is each of you letting me know something that you're going to transform into something else. So just to get it started, let me pick one and give you another example. I'll just take one right now, which is I'm working on all the time. I'm transforming suppression and being suppressed by people in my life and allowing that in my life and people making me be inauthentic or treating me badly if I wasn't. If I tried to be myself. I'm taking suppression and what I want to turn it into. This is very easy. Full expression. Full expression. And when they match up, you don't have to, but when they match up in these things like or sound similar to each other, but they're an upgrade, our psyche and our energy system takes the upgrade easier. So let me give you another one. Something I want to transform. The word that's coming up is confusion. it's like I know all the things I'm supposed to do and this purpose, and then sometimes with all the options that are out there in the world and on YouTube and all this, there can be confusion. Do I do this? Do I do that? So in place of confusion, what do I want instead? And just let you know the answer typically comes right in. If it doesn't, it will eventually. What I want in place of confusion is clear direction. Okay. I'm going to take another one just to give you an example. Now, I've been doing this a long time, so my system is primed. When I say, what do I want to change? What do I want to upgrade? It gives me something right away. When I say, what do I want it to become? It gives me something right away. This is our methodology of transformation, the intentionality method, and it's I'm very primed for this, so you can get there too. I want to change. I've got something, which is overworking. And that comes only because I spent too much of my life around people who did not want transformation, because I really wanted certain people that I love to come along for a really fun ride with me. So I would overwork that rather than just accept it. So in place of overworking, what would I like instead? Ease and flowing. Ease and flow. Ease and flowing. Let me give you another one. What's something I want to shift? Something that's coming up around scheduling. I'm just going to, what I want to shift is that I want to go from still having some reactivity in my plan each day where I'll like react to something that comes up and kind of get off track. So I want to shift from reacting to what's coming up. I'm getting aligning and focusing. So I want to shift from reacting to aligning. So meaning like whatever I'm doing, I stay aligned with it. Then when I'm done, considering checking in with whatever comes up throughout any given day. I'm going to do one more before I wrap here with you. What's something I want to shift? The word that's coming up is pressure. So in place of pressure, what would I like instead? Pleasure. I'd like pleasure. So now I'm letting my system know that I'm making an upgrade to the program. So I would love for each of you to share something you're shifting into something else and what upgrade you're making. Okay, moguls. So now we've gone over the importance of transformation, why transformation is your top priority, how to do transformation daily, how to stay open and become a person where you can arrive to transformation as your ultimate destiny and live a life that really is your highest reality. Keep me posted on how this is going for you. It would be great for you to like the video and share it and subscribe so that other people know that this is of value to them. And it helps me continue to show up, know what is beneficial for you, and be a good leader and learn more about what it is that I can do to make it easier for you. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Bye, moguls.